Is there a guy called Jake Hughes here by chance, or who goes under the name of Jake Hughes on Grommet? No, he was talking about hodge close bolting. Has anybody got any questions about that, or is it all a bit of a storm in the teeth?
Jake, he's there.
Jake? Is that you, Jake?
Is that you?
Yeah, Jake Hodge Close Bolting. Who are you?
I'm Martin.
Hello, Martin. You're right. Yeah. You've got pints? Yeah, good, excellent. What do you know about Hodge Close? I saw your post and everything. You're here, so.
They all wants to climb on knackered old bolts. They want new shiny bolts.
So what's they? Who's they?
I think it's the young lads round here. Not like old codgers like you.
Well, why don't they go sport climbing, go to traditional areas? If there's pegs there, don't replace them with bolts. They're traditional climbs. If you can't do them, tough shit. You know what I mean?
It's not just traditional.
It's not just climbing, it's a place of beauty as well. You're actually damaging the environment.
We're talking about bolted routes, which have always been bolted. And some of these bolts are 15 to 20 years old.
Yeah, okay, you can replace a bolt with a bolt, but don't place a peg with a bolt. That's all I'm saying.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but don't replace a peg with a bolt.
I've never mentioned that.
Does everybody agree with that? Don't replace a peg with a bolt.
With your knowledge of bolts and have you looked at the damage it actually does to the structure of slate as a rock?
No, but what I would say is that I mean they're all pretty temporary anyway, aren't they? Slate quarries, you know what I mean?
Everything's temporary. Everything's permanent.
Even
Alpha Zackley's permanent.
All the bolts that BMC have donated to bolt funds are strictly for replacement on a like-for-like.
All I'm saying is it agreed that you don't replace a peg with a bolt? Is that agreed?
All the BMC bolts are, say again, for replacement.
But does everybody agree with that in here? You don't replace a peg with a bolt?
That's how it is at the moment. Now, if different areas decide,
well, no, that's how it is.
Change that.
I'm just asking a question to everybody. Does everybody agree you don't replace a peg with a bolt?
It's too big a principle.
Oh, I would. You can see what Woody's saying, but I think there's slight. I think you normally want a scary route in Hodge Close not to be scary, but I think some routes which have been ascended the first time by the first guy who climbed them, they've put pegs in and they've been very good for them, and they'll probably be very hard to replace. It might not be as good.
Well, that's
it might be,
that's the nature of rock climbing, nut placement's low. That's how it is there.
But I mean to take some of Al's pegs are very good, but to take a peg out of a cracking slate which has been very good at one point, like I'm against it, don't get me wrong, I'm against it, but it isn't as easy as saying, well, we will replace this peg, because you can't just replace pegs sometimes because you knacker the...
All I would say is, like, if you're going to provide money for bolting, if you change bolt for bolt, that's fine. You shouldn't replace pegs with bolts, and you shouldn't put any more bolts in than that were originally in. And I think that's a fair deal, surely.
That is the situation with the BMC bolts.
Good. Yeah. That was
that's exactly the situation.
Brilliant. That's great.
It's on the website.
The other thing I was saying about the BMC, the BMC's been through different genres and that kind of thing. At the moment, you've got a great team. You've got fucking Dave and Nick, and it's a great team. Now is your time to get your forum up, get your shit together, and people will pay.
Just to be controversial here, Woody, what if someone set up, they've climbed a new route, bolted it, it's a bit of a nothing route at the time to them because they were climbing really hard, so they didn't actually put many bolts in.
Yeah.
But for the grade that it's at, it's actually pretty dangerous in the way it has been bolted.
Do another route.
The drag has already been bolted.
Yeah, but that's how it was done. So, I mean, do you want to be France or do you want to be England? Just go to France, and if you want to go bolt climbing, go to France, go to Germany, whatever.
That's quite elitist to sort of say.
I don't think it is elitist.
Just because somebody picked out a line that's maybe got a 5 or 6A on it, they didn't really care. They didn't need bolts. They put it in as a bit of a training route, and that
let's just bolt everything then. Let's bolt all. There's a load of Dave's routes I'd love to do, but I can't do with a few bolts in them. I'd like to do them. Just bolt everything. Christ's sake.
Just a point for debate. Just a point for
debate.
Well,
it's not a point for debate. The way a route has been put up, that's how it.
You could argue it shouldn't have had the bolts in it.
That's how it's set. It should have bolts. Well, why say go to France?
Wait,
you could argue the full extreme there.
What you've just said, like a few of the routes in the Hodge and everywhere else, I'd love to climb. But if you bolted them, you'd be killing my dream. And what right has anyone in this fucking room got to do that?
Well, the bolts
Are there any retrobolts in Hodge at the moment?
No, the routes that aren't, or any other route that isn't.
No, I'm saying a route that's been bolted.
If a route's not bolted,
Kate was saying something different. She was saying the route has already been bolted.
It's been bolted, but it's been poorly bolted on the first ascent because the first ascensionist didn't
That
actually...
happens quite a lot.
Yeah, it does happen a lot.
Yeah. So,
you know, I'm just asking, you know...
Yeah, but it's like on the rainbow walls in Wales, there's you know, routes where you've got to do a really hard move before you click a bolt, and that is the character of the route.
Yeah.
That is, you know, that's what it's about.
So you should never ever change the number
rate by
of bolts
affection,
that
you know,
have
you
been
do
put
the
in
6C
on that
move before you
bolted
click the bolt. That is the character
and
of the route.
first
If you can't do it, don't
has
do
the
it.
right to dictate exactly how
no,
many
the
bolts
ethics
go
of
in the
the
route
ethics
that
of
they bolt
bolting
in.
in North Wales and the lakes has got nothing to do with any climbing club or BMC or anything. It's always come from the climbers. It's always worked quite well. Thank you very much.
Can't it be that the first ascensionist could make a decision?
It was gone quiet. I'm sorry, but that's.
Right, I'm just asking fundamentally, whose right is it to decide how many bolts? Given that that route's been bolted, whose decision is it to decide how it's bolted? Obviously, the first ascensionist has bolted it.
Well, no one's
they've made
talking
decisions
about retrobolting routes.
Personally, I think the route should be left in the state as they were in the first ascent, basically.
What would you do about
bolting like for like, but when is like for like?
Replace the bolt.
What would you do about a first ascensionist who decided, having done it and placed the bolts, decided that some of them really were in the wrong place?
Move them. Ask him to move them.
Well, he's got the right. Would you say have the right himself to go and move them?
Say that again, sorry.
The first ascensionist puts the bolts in.
Yeah.
And then later on, when he goes back and repeats the route, decides that that second or third bolt really is in the wrong place. It either makes the crux too easy or whatever.
He set the route how it was.
Has he got the right to change it?
He hasn't, no, because then people have gone
That's
back.
your opinion. Well, I totally disagree with you.
In that state. And they put the fucking knackers out.
Don't run a police state here.
Like, basically...
There's a freedom for climbers.
Can I, just from a personal point of view, can I just say, if I've, like, built myself up to do a route, I put my life on the line, because that's the way it was done, and I've achieved that goal and I've done it, and somebody just bastardises it. Say that again.
But does that diminish your achievement at the time?
Are you doing
absolutely, yeah.
Well, somebody goes back and changes the route.
Yeah, it absolutely diminishes everything I've done.
It's a bit sad, really, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not a bit sad.
So everything should be done just to please you.
Hey, Royal Robbins actually said that you should either equal or improve the style of the first ascension.
Yeah.
Are there any retrobolts in Hodge Close at the moment? Why are they still in if you're so against them?
They're on routes that I might have put up, and I have put some more bolts.
Okay, so people do have first ascensionist rights.
As far as I'm concerned, the routes that
This is what I'm trying to get at.
Stage right main event.
They should stay how they are.
Yeah.
So those retrobolts are up.
So those ones are
when we were doing Wicked Willie, stuff like that, they were like, you know, one of Al's routes, fucking brilliant route, great route. And the way you bolted that is, you know, it's a testament to you, it's fantastic. You can't ruin a route like that, it's fantastic.
Till somebody comes along and does it that box.
You know, well, you know, the odd bolt in the right place, there's a cam in it, which is crucial. That is perfect. It's a great route. You cannot bastardise something like that. It's brilliant.
Yeah, but your life in the fast lanes are never going to be bolted.
No.
But let's get this right. There are retrobolts now in Hodge Close for it.
Limited edition is retrobolted.
Right. If
it's really well bolted.
It's up to the individual climber. If you're so against retrobolts, which I am, you take them out. I mean, at the end of the day, why are they still there? If you feel so passionately about it. Why haven't you gone to Hodge Close and taken them out?
Because it's the limited edition. The reason they're probably still there is I didn't want to chop them because he was my boss. So I might have got sacked. And I was a bit worried about my money. You know,
who placed them?
Andy.
Did he?
Yeah. So, you know,
well,
at the time...
Just on limited edition. But there's other routes there that have got extra bolts in them.
Not really, no.
Yeah, there are now.
Which ones?
Yeah, amphibians bolted. Hoof-hearted, stuff like that.
We can live with that. Retrobolting's okay. Still need the first ascensionist.
Minor pieces, yeah. Right. So I haven't got a problem with it. Let's be honest, it's a classic. I know what Woody will say. They weren't very good routes as they were. Nobody ever did, and so they I've put some bolts in them. And I've got a problem.
And they're all screwed up by the kids. People might climb them now. Whereas there's some shit up.
The principal routes, as far as Woody's concerned, as far as we're concerned, they will not be bolted by us.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So it's sorted.
Yeah.
You can retrobolt
well, just
sometimes.
to wind this up and to
and
move on, but this is the place, this sort of forum is a place.